Hey guys, Breezy CPA here, your certified public accountant, and in this video, we're going to be talking about whether it's still worth getting your CPA license in 2025 and how AI has impacted the accounting profession and how it's going to continue to impact the accounting profession going forward. So, this has been a big discussion in the accounting world recently with jobs getting automated as well as being outsourced to different countries worldwide. Basically, no matter what career you're in right now, AI is going to be having a major impact on the future landscape of the job market, and accounting is no exception to that. So we've all seen and heard the impact that AI has had on jobs for, journalists, writers, web designers, video game developers, programmers. Your local cashier got replaced by self-checkout. Truck drivers are getting replaced by self-driving cars, so on and so forth. So this is touching all segments of the job market. Basically, any career path that you choose to take, that you are going to be going on, it's going to be impacted by AI in one way or another going forward. So, accounting is no different, and particularly for CPAs and accountants, it's important to understand what impact this is going to have going forward in the profession. So, going back in the accounting time machine, accounting has always been considered one of the most stable professions. So when I was going to school, I was always told that, it's great to go into accounting because becoming a CPA, becoming an accountant is a wonderful choice because it's recession proof and there's always going to be a need for accountants. And honestly, I still believe that to be true. However, the landscape has changed. So we no longer need accountants or CPAs to enter data manually into systems, into Excel spreadsheets, or to manually complete tax forms by hand and mail them in. Now we have AI and computer programs that can do all that tedious stuff for us. So we use programs like TurboTax or Xero or QuickBooks, and they handle all that complex information very easily, much more easily than before when we had to manually enter all that information. So, does that mean that you shouldn't study to become an accountant or CPA in the current state of affairs that we have here? Absolutely not. These recent advancements, they shouldn't deter you from, in my opinion, becoming a CPA, but they should encourage you as to the future untapped potential that these programs and AI can offer someone with the skills and know how of how to use them. So, no matter what career you are in, we're going to need to adapt to the current climate and learn to use these tools to our advantage. So, one major advantage that I see for the CPA profession in particular is that becoming a CPA has become easier than ever. So we have tons of online resources like YouTube or ChatGPT, and you can basically learn everything you need to know online now using these resources. So when I was getting my CPA a while ago, uh, there were like 10 videos on YouTube related to accounting, and they were like in 360p. So we're and there were only like two major CPA prep courses at the time to choose from, and they were super expensive. Now you have thousands of YouTube videos related just to accounting, more than you could watch in a lifetime, and affordable CPA prep courses that you can take from multiple different sources, including Breezy CPA. So if you're interested in becoming a CPA or you just want to learn about accounting, make sure to visit breezycpa.com. The link is going to be in the description box below. And for less than $50 a month, you can start on your CPA journey. And we have a free trial, and you can use promo code Breezy20 at checkout to get 20% off of your membership. So make sure to do that and check out the description. Check out breezycpa.com. But in my opinion, the CPA license will never be devalued, even with AI. And I'm going to tell you why that is. The reason is because getting your CPA is what it says about you as an individual and what you had to go through in order to get that license. Okay. So people don't choose to go through difficult things in life necessarily for the money, but for the knowledge, for the experience, and for the self belief that doing that difficult thing brings you. So, for example, you have hundreds of thousands of people who run marathons each year. They invest thousands of dollars to do it in clothes, running shoes, gym memberships, entry fees into the marathon. And 99.99% of those people, they don't make any money doing that. They're just doing that marathon for the joy of doing it and what it brings to them. So, it's for the sense of accomplishment of doing something that is hard, something that not everybody can do. It strengthens you as a person, and you can take that experience, you can take that knowledge, that grit, and that self belief, and you can apply it to other aspects of your life, which is the real value of doing difficult things. So, just like any professional license, a doctor, a lawyer, a CPA, it speaks to the character of the individual. You had the drive, you had the discipline to do something difficult over the course of a long period of time, and you were able to stick with that thing and accomplish it. So, yes, AI automation will potentially take jobs away from many careers, but it will never replace the value that an individual has when it comes to their work ethic, their personal experience, their discipline, and their self belief. So, in the current landscape for accountants and CPAs, I don't think the goal should be any longer to land a corporate job. That's not what you should be aiming for when you are going for your CPA license. What I think you should be aiming for ultimately is entrepreneurship and self employment. Basically, whatever job or career you want to do in the future, a CPA is going to be able to carry that distinction and knowledge that you acquire with you no matter what career you choose to have down the road. So the CPA license will always be respected no matter what you do or what career path you take. So I've had the privilege of traveling around the world, and I've got to work with many different people from all aspects of life. And when I tell them that I'm a CPA, I automatically feel that I get a certain amount of respect from those people. So, just like when you tell people that you're a doctor or a lawyer, it says something about you as an individual. So, people know that becoming a CPA isn't easy, and they know that because the CPA is one of the hardest professional exams on the planet. And it's not necessarily about the title. It's about the fact that people understand that you had to work hard in order to get it. And not everyone is willing to do that or to make those sacrifices in their life. And it's about the knowledge and the self-belief that you acquire for your own individual person along the way. So, whether you choose to start your own CPA firm, or you choose to become an influencer, or open a convenience store or a dry cleaning business, whatever it may be, you will have an extremely valuable source of knowledge with you at all times if you do end up getting your CPA license. So we all need to manage our finances. We need to do our budgets. We need to do our taxes. We need to know how to invest in stocks and understand economic trends, interest rates, the housing market, recessions, booms. And the CPA covers all of that. It helps you understand all of those concepts so that you're not in a fog as to what is going on with the economy and why you don't ever have any money in your bank account. So changing times means that we need to change how we think. So we don't view the CPA as a path to a desk job anymore. We view it as a journey to obtaining knowledge and skills that you can apply to every day of your life. So, to touch on my own personal experience, I've been lucky enough to work in a lot of different countries. And whenever I tell people that I'm a CPA, it always raises the level of respect that they have for me. They might not even know exactly what a CPA does, or they may sometimes call it something else in that particular country, like an accounting expert or something, but they understand that it's not something easy to do. And I've gotten a lot of clients just mentioning that I'm a CPA, and then that person starts to tell me about their business and their finances, and they see that I'm knowledgeable. So they end up asking me to help them with their budgets or their taxes or their business or whatever it may be. So being a CPA gives you credibility that you can carry with you everywhere you go. And it's a good feeling when people trust you enough to open up to you about something as personal as their finances and ask you for help. So that's a really valuable thing that the CPA has brought me personally. So, um, one of the wonderful things, another wonderful thing that the CPA does is it builds friendships. So I've built a lot of different friendships throughout the year, being a CPA, working with a bunch of different people that I have. So that's been very valuable to me personally. Getting back to AI will never be able to replace the trust and the emotional intelligence that a CPA can provide. So clients don't want just accurate data. They want reassurance. They want to know that when the IRS sends them a notice or that they have a question that they need answers to, that there's somebody in their corner who can answer those things for them. And they want to be able to call on somebody who can provide them some credible information, not just an AI bot online. So they want someone who knows their business and their history, and AI doesn't carry any type of fiduciary duty. It doesn't shoulder any ethical responsibility when it comes to the answers that it gives you online. So if you ask the AI something and it gives you the wrong response, it doesn't shoulder any of the responsibility if you go off and you do that thing and it doesn't turn out right. And it doesn't provide you the comfort, the empathy, and the long term relationship values that a CPA offers. So AI can do a lot of things, but it takes a real person in order to understand not just the law, but the human story behind the numbers. So, for example, a tax deduction, it could be legal potentially, but is it advisable in a particular person's situation? What are the risks for that individual? What is the potential long-term impact of that decision on that particular individual? So a seasoned CPA doesn't just apply the rules, they interpret them for each specific person's situation, and that's where the value of a CPA comes in. A client may come to me and could ask, should I start an LLC? Should I start an S corp? Should I start a C corp? And that answer can depend on dozens of variables. So, how much capital does that person have? How much risk are they willing to take? What are their future plans? How many partners do they have in the business? How many employees? What are the state or country specific laws that they need to handle? So, they can go and they can ask ChatGPT those questions, but do they trust the AI enough in order to put their business and their financial future on the line with the responses that they get from an AI bot? I haven't honestly found many clients that are willing to do that. So AI today can't yet synthesize all of that information and provide a personal tailored recommendation that can be fully trusted. And lastly, we have accountability. So when an AI makes an error, who is responsible for that error? We know that AI makes errors all the time. So when that happens, who's responsible for it? With a CPA, there's accountability, there's recourse, there's trust. You can go back to the CPA and they'll help you resolve that situation. So, in conclusion, is it still worth getting your CPA, or will AI take over all the CPA jobs? Yes, AI will automate many of the tasks that CPAs have to perform manually, but no, it will not eliminate the role of a CPA altogether. Instead, we have to think about this differently. It's basically going to redefine what a CPA means. So, in my opinion, the profession will become more analytical. It's going to become more relational, more strategic, less about the spreadsheets, less about the numbers, more about the foresight, the advice, and the leadership that a CPA can provide. And it's not going to be the end of accounting, people. Accounting's not going anywhere. It's basically just the next chapter. All of these things are cyclical. We see cycles in every industry, in every career. Basically, there's ebbs and flows, and I think this is just the next chapter of accounting. So the question isn't if AI will change the accounting profession. The question is, what kind of CPAs will we need in the future. So I encourage you all to get your CPA if you're thinking about doing it. I haven't met many CPAs who regret getting their CPA. So if that's something that you want to pursue, I highly encourage you to do it. It's still going to be very valuable to you in the future, but use it as a tool for self-employment, for entrepreneurship, because corporate accounting and working for the Big Four is not what you want to be doing long term, especially in the current rapidly changing AI climate. So I hope you found this video helpful. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Thanks to all my new subscribers, and please subscribe if you want to see more content like this. It keeps me motivated and it keeps me going to make more content. And if you want to start your CPA journey today, you can go learn more about accounting by visiting breezycpa.com. You can use promo code breezy20 to get 20% off of your membership. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.